Welcome to my daily coding tutor YouTube channel. In today's topic, we are discussing on the history of Java Standard Edition version. Java Standard Edition version has evolved significantly since its inception, with each version introducing new features, enhancements, and performance improvements. Below is a chronological history of the Java Standard Edition version. The Java SE has undergone numerous versions since its inception, involving with new features, performance improvements, and security enhancements. Now let's look into the history of the major Java Standard Edition version. The first one, we have the Java SE Standard Edition 1.S series, which is the first one that was introduced. Now under it we have the Java 1.0. The Java 1.0, which was introduced on January 23rd, 1996. It is the first official release of Java, and it introduced the AWT. The AWT, that is the Abstract Window Tools Kit, the applet, and the basic Java libraries. It lacked major performance optimization. The first release of Java was released by the Sun Microsystem. It includes the basic libraries, the AWT, and the applet support. The next one is the Java 1.1, which was introduced on February 19, 1997. The Java 1.1 added the inner classes, the Java Beans, and the JDBC. The JDBC, which is Java Database Connectivity. It introduced the RMI, which is the Remote Method Invocation. It enhanced the security model. The Java 1.1 introduced the JDBC, the inner classes, the Java Beans, the RMI, and reflection. Now let's look into the second edition. The second edition, the Java SE2 series. Under the Java SE2 series, we have the Java 1.2, which was introduced on December 8, 1998. It rebranded as Java 2. It introduced the Swing GUI, which is the graphic user interface component. It added the connection framework and GIT compiler. It improved the security model. The Java 1.2 marked as Java 2. It is marked as Java 2. It introduced the Swing, the collection framework, and the JIT compiler. The next one is the Java 1.3, which was introduced on May 8, 2000. It enhanced the hotspot JVM, the Java Virtual Machine, for better performance. It introduced the Java Naming and Directory Interface, which is the JNDI. The JNDI, which is Java Naming and the Directory Interface. It improved the ROMI and the CORBA. The ROMI, which is the Remote Method Invocation. The CORBA, which is the Common Object Request Broker Architecture. Now let's look at the Java 1.4. The Java 1.4, which was introduced on February 6, 2002. The Java 1.4 introduced the asset keyword. It added the NAIO, which is the new input output, for improved file handling. It enhanced the exception handling and logging. The Java 1.4 introduced the asset keyword, which is the NAIO, the logging, the API, and the IPv6 support. Now let's look into the number 3, which is the Java SE5 and beyond. The Java SE5, which was introduced from the 2000 to 2014. Under this Java SE5, we have the Java 5.0, which was introduced on September 30th, 2004. It introduced the generic, the enums, and the val args. It improved the multithreading with java.ut.concurrent. It enhanced the looping with for each open bracket for open bracket t items, column, collection, close bracket, open braces, close bracket, full stop. It added the meta data annotations. The Java SE5 introduced the generic, the annotations, the auto-boxing and the unboxing and concurrency utilities. The next one we are going to look into is the Java SE6. The Java SE6, which was introduced on December 11, 2006. It improved the performance and script support. Bracket the JSR 223. It introduced the JDBC. The JDBC, which is the Java Database Connectivity 4.0, and the Web Service API. It added improvement to the graphic user interface, which is the GUI, and the management tools. The Java SE6 is focused on the performance, the scripting API, and the JDBC 4.0. The next one we are going to look into is the modern Java release. The modern Java release was released. Under the modern Java release, we have the Java SE7, which was introduced on the July 28, 2011, also known as the Dolphin. It introduced the try with resources for automatic resources management. It improved the new input-output .2 with the Path API. It simplified exception handling with the multi-catch. The Java Standard Edition 7 introduced the try with resources, the diamond operators, and the new input-output 2. The next one is the Java Standard Edition 8, which was introduced on the March 18, 2014 LTS release. It introduced the lambdas and the streams AI API. It added optional class for non-handling. It introduced date and time API, java.time package. It improved the concurrency with parallel streams. The Java Standard Edition 8 added the lambda expression, the stream API, date and time API, and default method and interface. The next one we are going to look into is the Java SE9 Standard Edition 9, which was introduced on September 21st, 2017. It introduced the project Jigsaw, which is the model system. It added the JShell interactive arrow EPL bracket close. It improved the G1 garbage collector. The Java Standard Edition 9 introduced the model system. The model system that is the project Jigsaw, the JShell, and the compact strings. The next one we are going to look into is the Java Standard Edition 10, which was introduced on March 20, 2018. It introduced the val keyword for local variable type inference. It improved the garbage collector with the experimental ZGC. The Java 10 Edition Standard 10. It introduced the val keyword for local variable garbage collectors improvements. The next one we are going to look into is the Java Standard Edition 11, which was introduced on September 25, 2018. It removed the Java EE and the Java FX from core JDK. It introduced the Heps client API. It improved the garbage collection. It improved the garbage collection, which is the ZGC and the Epsilon GC, the Epsilon GC bracket close. This Java Standard Edition 11 removed the Java FX from JDK, and now introduce the Heptah client API and the new string method. The next one we are going to look into is the Java Standard Edition 12, which was introduced on March 19, 2019. It introduced switched expression preview. It added the Java Virtual Machine Optimization. The Java Standard Edition 12, which was introduced on March 19, 2019, introduced the switched expression previews. The next one we are going to look into is the Java Standard Edition 13, which was introduced on September 17, 2019. It enhanced the text block, that is the multi-line strings. It improved the garbage collector. The text block previews, it enhanced the text block previews, the dynamic CDS achieves. The next one we are going to look into is this Java Standard Edition 14, which was introduced on March 17, 2020. It now finalized the switch expressions. It introduced record preview features. It introduced the record preview features. The switch expression was finalized. The next one is the Java Standard Edition 15, which was introduced on September 15, 2020. This introduced the sealed classes, the sealed classless previews. It removed the Nation JavaScript engine. The Java Standard Edition 15 introduced the sealed classes preview and also the pattern matching for the instance of. Now the next we are going to look into is the Java Standard Edition 16, which was introduced on March 16, 2021. It introduced the Vector API Incubator. It improved the memory management. This finalized the record and the pattern matching. The next one we are going to look into is the Java Standard Edition 17, which was introduced on September 14, 2021. Also the LTS release. It finalized the sealed classes. It improved the pattern matching. It enhanced the garbage collection. The Java SE 17 introduced the sealed classes, the strong encapsulation of the internal APIs. The next one we are going to look into is the Java Standard Edition 18, which was introduced on March 22nd, 2022. This introduced the UTF-8 as the default child set. It improved the simple web server. It improved the simple web server. It introduced the UTF-8 as the default child set. The next one we are going to look into is the Java Standard Edition 19, which was introduced on September 20, 2002. This introduced the virtual threads preview. It improved the structured concurrency. The Java Standard Edition 19 improved the virtual thread preview and the structured concurrency. The next one is the Java Standard Edition 20, which was introduced on March 21st, 2023. It continues the preview of the virtual thread. It now improved the pattern matching. More refinement of the virtual thread and pattern matching was reviewed. The next one is the Java Standard Edition 21, which was introduced on 19th September 2003. It finalized the visual thread. It introduced the string templates. It improved the garbage collections. This finalized the visual thread, the record pattern, and the sequence collection. So this is where I'm going to stop for today. Thanks for watching our video. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye.